I think the biggest thing is financially, because, gosh, it costs so much money to do this. Frozen embryo transfers are cheaper than IVF, and IUIs are cheaper than even that. But sometimes, and you can do a lot of times insurance companies will cover IUIs. And that's when you know what, just go look up IUI. It's much easier to just look that up than for me to explain it, because I've never had to deal with that. But yeah, financially, basically all our money, everything goes back into our savings account to pay for the next IVF cycle. So if we can't go on vacation, I haven't been able to go out and visit my nieces and nephews in Oklahoma because my brother's doing his PhD out there. We haven't been able to go back to England to visit Dave's friends and family. And we bought an old house, so the fridge is starting to make weird noises. The kitchen sink is broken. We have a leak in our roof in our back bedroom. One of our car doors is broken. We have all these things that need to be fixed, but we don't do it because we don't have the money. We're using everything we have to pay for IVF or pay for the next cycle. So if we can't go out to eat, with someone, it's because we are saving our money especially if you have a friend or family member who says no because they can't do it because they don't have the money. It's because they're using everything they possibly can to pay for the next cycle. So as a friend or a family member, go over and just be a friend and talk about something that has nothing to do with babies or infertility. Or, when I was going through my miscarriage, my visiting teacher came over and we talked about stupid TV shows that we really liked, and that actually really helped me. You can ask to help organize a fundraiser for your friends or family. GoFundMe accounts don't usually work. You can only get a little bit sometimes if you're lucky. Other kinds of fundraisers do help. You can go, so there's a charity here in Utah called Footsteps for Fertility, and they have a 5K every year. And the way you raise money and your chances of getting your IVF paid for by the charity is by getting as many people on your team as possible, which means that so if you get 10 people on your team, that means you have 10 chances in the lottery of them picking out your name. So if they say, we need you to come run this 5K with us, say yes. Even though you're probably just going to walk it, it's okay. But just sign up and help them get this chance. There's another couple that just did a charity giveaway, was the Ellie and Jared YouTube channel. They were giving away one IVF cycle. And so many people decided to donate more money that they were able to fund a whole bunch of other IVF cycles for other couples. And one of my friends got picked, and I was really excited for her. And then one of the radio stations also just did basically a, I don't know, what did they call it? Contest. See who can get a free IVF cycle with one of the other clinics in Utah. And they were trying to get their friends and family. Whoever got the most votes got the free cycle. And which is kind of, Hunger Games like, but it's kind of sad. But that's how a lot of people get their IVFs funded, is because they do contests or fundraisers. There are grants available, but Dave and I don't qualify for any of them because we're too old, or we don't have the right diagnosis. You can also sign up for clinical trials, but you have to have the right infertility diagnosis, and we never qualify because we're too old. And And they do give you medical loans, but those are so freaking, the interest rates on that sucker, it's killer. It's sometimes easier just to take out a personal loan on the bank. I know a lot of people who have did a second mortgage on their house. I know people who have 3 or 4 or 5 jobs just to pay for this. I mean, it just really sucks. So just being a friend sometimes, paying, if you want to go to the movies, pay for your friend's movie ticket. Even little things like that can sometimes stress you out so much. I mean, my husband went through this, gosh, he was driving me crazy. He's so stressed out with how much money we had to spend with doing 2 cycles last year that I took over all the finances because it was driving me crazy because he was going nuts. Yeah, pretty much. I'll tell you a crazy story I heard. So this couple had been fundraising and saving and doing everything they possibly could to save up enough money to pay for an IVF cycle. And his family was, this happens a lot. A lot of people don't have supportive families. And they're just like, what, you can't get pregnant? Just deal with it, right? They don't care. So apparently this husband worked for a family business, and the brother and sister were in charge of it. And they were talking at a family get-together, and the brother said to him, look, I'm so sick and tired of you talking about infertility. He took out $50 and said, here, don't ever speak about it ever again. Here's your money. And then later, the sister did the exact same thing. And turns out that they had been withholding money from his paycheck for years. And they found out it was $100,000 they'd been withholding money. And they ended up having to sue his own family just to get this money back. And it's like, seriously, we've been fundraising all this time to pay for IVF, and you've been withholding this money from me. Come on. It was just kind of sad how a lot of people don't have the family support or friends support. They just don't care, don't want to know. Who cares about your medical problems? Who cares that you can't get pregnant? Whatever. And a lot of times that's just really sad. Dave and I have been really lucky. We have family that have been so supportive and friends that are just amazing, that they will help us out with anything. They'll just be a friend, Sometimes if I just need to talk to a friend and cry, they'll just let me do it. That's basically how you can be supportive. A lot of examples.